Morning everyone. My name is Somesh Pathak, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Uttarakhand Open University. So in the previous lecture, we discussed about steps to register an enterprise. We discussed about what kind of enterprises do we have in the market, like sole proprietorship, we have corporation, we have cooperatives, and then we have the other companies as well. Now let's understand by taking an example of registering an enterprise in India itself for your proper clarity, right? Every country has their different kind of registration process. Now, since it's very difficult for us to understand each and every country's process, let's take an example of India and how to get registered in enterprise. First, digital signature certificate. The company registration process in India requires every business to acquire a digital signature certificate to ensure a secure way to get the documents submitted electronically. Right? We are talking about how to register an enterprise online. The requisites for application of digital signature includes proposed director's full name, because every company, when you have to register an enterprise, it needs to have a director or more than one directors. The father's name of the one who is applying for the directorship, date of birth, address with proof, PAN card or its copy, identity proof, and a photograph. A digital signature certificate is available via government approved certifying bodies. There are many other bodies like Ministry of Corporate Affairs. You can go to that website and you can register your DSCs over there. Second one is Director Identification Number. Every company that is applied for DACs now has to apply for a DIN number, that is Director Identification Number. This certificate number has to be applied for all the proposed directors that want to be a part of that enterprise. This is a unique identification number required for anyone who wishes to be a director of an Indian company. The director identification number is a unique number assigned to persons intending to be directors of the company. So they need to fill out a form called Simplified Proforma for incorporating a company electronically, that is SPICE. It is the form is known by the name SPICE and is available on the website of MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Then the third one is the enterprise needs to have a MOA, that is Memorandum of Association, right? So it is a legal document needed for a business to be incorporated. It includes information on the company's goal and stockholders or shareholders. One is forbidden from participating in any activities as a business owner that are not specified in the MOA, right? So every detail of the company, what is the function that they're going to do, what is the goal or what is the objective, they have to mention it on the Memorandum of Association. So one person is forbidden, and the person who, if they are doing any other activities, that is not allowed if that is not mentioned on the Memorandum of Association. Okay, so one is forbidden from participating in any activities as a business owner that are not specified in the Memorandum of Association. The MOA contains all the details of the registering company required during the incorporation process. It also provides details regarding the objectives and powers of the company and also the relationship between the outsider and the company. The MOA once created cannot be amended. So one needs to understand this very meticulously, that Memorandum of Association has to be filed in a very meticulous manner, since once filed it cannot be changed or cannot be amended. Then we have Articles of Association. The company's internal procedures for accomplishing these goals are outlined in the Article of Association. Okay, the relationship between the shareholders and the business, as well as between the shareholders and themselves, is clarified by an Articles of Association. This document specifies the rules and regulations laid by the company. It provides details about the management, how it's going to conduct its business, the bylaws governing the internal affairs of the company are all mentioned in the Articles of Association document. The AOA acts as an auxiliary to the MOA. That means it's a subsidiary or a support to the MOA. Yet, it can, however, be amended if required. Like we read in the previous slide, that memorandum of association cannot be amended, but the articles of association, if there any changes arises in the following details that is mentioned on the screen, it can be amended if required, if required urgently, or if the importance is such that the changes has to be done, then the article of association can be amended in that case. Now, how to go about filling the form, or what are the steps to actually register a company in India? First, you have to reserve the name. On the website of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, that is MCA, you have to select a unique name for your business and see if it is available, because the name availability is very important. A name that is being used by the other company, if it is registered in the MCA, cannot be taken by you. So the name has to be unique. The RUN, that is Reserve Unique Name service, allows you to reserve the name. One can reserve the name as well, right? So if you want to register your company in the coming 2-3 months, so what you can do is you can go to the MCA website and you can reserve a name for yourself. Okay. Then what are the documents that needs to be prepared? You need to collect the required paperwork, which usually consists of article of association, memorandum of association, verification of directors' identities and addresses, evidence of the registered office such as electricity bill or lease agreement, right? You might be having a physical availability of the office. Only then you can apply for the registration of an enterprise, right? So you have to show the evidence of the office that you're operating from. Any bill or lease agreement or any other kind of bill that is being used on your current address can be used as a proof of identity for the registered office. Then you have to file the incorporation. Under the MCA portal is used to send the incorporation application and any supporting documentation to the registrar of companies. Okay, by using the MCA portal, the incorporation file application and any other that documentation that supports it is sent to the registrar of companies for further actions. Like we read it on the previous slides, SPICE, Simplified Proforma for Incorporating Company Electronically, is one of the forms that one needs to fill up. And EMOA, if relevant, EAOA, that is Electronically Memorandum of Association and Electronically Articles of Association. Then the next step is payment of fees. You have to pay the required registration fees, which are determined by the company's authorized capital. Okay, every company has an authorized capital. The fees depend on the size of the company as well. Then we have certificate of incorporation. The application will be processed successfully and the applicant will obtain a certificate of incorporation as evidence of the existence of your business. First you applied, then you paid the fees, now you got the certificate of incorporation. After this, you have to apply for TAN and PAN. TAN is tax deduction and collection amount number and PAN is permanent account number. Okay, in order to file your income tax department after incorporating your company. Because no matter how small or big a company is, if the company is registered under MCA and if the enterprise is registered, then the company has to pay tax and has to have a TAN or a PAN number. Then the company or the enterprise has to open a bank account using the certificate of incorporation, PAN, and other required documents. The company or the enterprise needs to open a bank account in the company's name. Okay, the director will have to draw his salary and the employees will have to draw the salary. But how is the enterprise going to pay them? He needs to have a bank account as well. So the second last step would be to have a bank account under the company's name. Then the company has to register for GST as well. Registration for GST if the company is engaging in interstate sales or intrastate sales, or the company's turnover passes the threshold amount that is mentioned on the company's website. They need to they need to apply for the GST and give that particular amount that is chargeable upon them. Okay, now here are the details that is the expense category or the designation or the description of the forms that is going to be filled, and the amount that the particular enterprise is going to pay. You can see it on the slide. Every thing is mentioned over here, like din the what are the price for applying flying for director identification number, for DSCs, like for approval fees, for sanctioning authority, for professional fees, any other fees, hidden charges, or any other thing that is available or that a company needs to apply for registering an enterprise is mentioned over there. Some things might be changed as per the company's policies or as per the MCS policies, but this is the availability that I got it from the website of the MCA. Now, what are the key considerations when choosing a name? The name of the enterprise should be, it has to be unique, it has to be relevant, simplistic, and futuristic. For example, see how we said it has to be simplistic. The biggest company of the world, that is Apple. See the name, it's an apple. Anybody, they would never have thought the company name would be Apple, banana, blackberries, but they kept it Apple because it resonates with a common fruit that is available everywhere in the world. Apple. Everybody can pronounce the word apple. So the availability of this product also resonates with the name of the company. It has to be very easy to speak, very easy to understand, so that everybody is able to resonate with the product. Apple. Like there's an Indian company called Boat. Okay, you might have heard that the company that makes earphones and speakers. That's the name is called Boat. See the name again, Apple Boat. It's very simple name and everybody can pronounce it anywhere because the boat is called Boat anywhere in the world. Okay, then we have Geo. Okay, like the company made by Ambani. It's called Geo. Geo, it's a very common name in India, Geo, and the company itself has named its product services called Geo, so that it's very easy to comprehend, it's very easy to understand, it's very easy to speak also. The other company is called of the USA is Domino's. The name is not so difficult to speak. Domino's. Its availability is everywhere. Wherever people want to have snack, they can go to the Domino's. It's so the question here is, or the understanding here is, name has to be unique. Now the name Apple is not unique, but the when they filed for the name, when the company filed for the name, that time nobody thought the company's name would be Apple, but they kept it. Now no one else in the in this legal entity that follows legal regulations, nobody can use the term Apple again for their company. Facebook cannot be used again, right? Like any other company that uses any a name that cannot be used again, because it'll be against the rights of that company. It can file a case if it sees that a name is being used by any other people that is not taken permission from the parent company. Okay, so what we did in this lecture of registering or enterprise registration processes, we understood why we need to register an enterprise, what are the benefits of registering an enterprise, what are the steps. We took the example of Indian scenario in this context. Okay, so these are the basic steps of understanding that how to register an enterprise and how to go about the process. Thank you so much.